All right, I am doing double duty today, and that is YouTube and Instagram again. Hello and good morning from Sydney. It's raining again. Yeah, happy to have you. Oh, and we've got Florida joining in. Greetings. So glad you could make it. So if you're just joining in, I do have YouTube and Instagram going. Look at me. Feel free to chime in with your location. Say hello while we wait for a couple more people to join. I think we are smack dab at 3 p.m. Pacific. It's a lot of cleansing. I think we all could use some cleansing, but that's what we just went through Scorpio season for. Oh, how's everybody feeling? All right, so if you are on YouTube, remember that you do need to be logged in if you want to chat or request a card. You do have to be logged into YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube account, you can set it up super quick, and you don't need to post videos or anything like that. So, and otherwise you can just not log in and just, watch. Oh, and we have Bend, Oregon here. I'm glad you could make it. And Sydney, I don't know where everyone else is from, but feel free to chime in. All right, so we're going to get started. I do have my trusty little pup here. I imagine he'll be snoozing and snoring in no time, so you'll hear that. And we're going to start with messages for the week ahead. So this is a general reading for this week coming up. And then after that, if you would like a card pulled for yourself for a particular question or just a general card, you can request that. So I'll ask you to just hold off on the requests until I finish the general reading, only because otherwise it will go on the scroll and I'll miss them. So, and we have Canada joining in here. So we've got multiple time zones. All right, so I am using Crazy Sexy Love Notes for the general reading. And I thought it would be a really good deck to use because we're now in Sagittarius season, right? We've all just come through Scorpio season. How'd everybody do? And, there's a lot of stuff like bubbling up, a lot of real deep dive inner work needing to be done as we go through Scorpio season. And so now we move into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is more, I know I have a Sag here online. If anyone else is a Sagittarius, let me know. New York City is here too. That's a Virgo, if I'm remembering correctly. So getting through Scorpio season was really deep dive stuff, right? And so now that we're in Sagittarius season, there's a lot more light, there's a lot more levity, there's just a little more joy and party. I don't know how much partying we're doing, but it certainly is a very different, uplifting energy. And so as a result of that, and acknowledging the work we did, I'm using Crazy Sexy Love Notes. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards. Again, this is general messages for the week ahead, and then I'll pull cards if anybody wants a card for themselves. So let's get a card for Monday and Tuesday. I have a card for Monday and Tuesday. I see some lovers of Scorpio season. Card for Monday and Tuesday. I think I gotta flip this deck over. This is the issue. Monday and Tuesday. Ooh, Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to go with this, you know. I've got a lot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with a bonus. Those all just came right out, so I'm going with it. We've got Southern California here too. Yay! So I do, if for anyone who missed, I do have Instagram going and YouTube. So I'll get through the general messages first. And so if you'll save your request for your own card and your own question until I finish, that way I can catch things on the chat. So let's get to Monday and Tuesday. Using Crazy Sexy Love Notes. Nourish yourself. What a week to be nourishing ourselves. In the US, you know, we have Thanksgiving. It's quite a feast, generally. Nourish yourself. Have you been using food to numb rather than nourish? Huh. What about that case of horseradish and chive potato chips I bought from Trader Joe's? Be honest. I think I just was. If so, break that pattern today. Show your cells that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast to your longevity. Cheers. Okay, so Instagram, you are going to see this backwards. YouTube, here you go, nourish yourself. So Monday and Tuesday. Well, technically a case had 20 bags, and when I realized that, I said, please, I only need 12. So Monday, Tuesday, nourish yourself. As you're heading into the week, put the candy away, yes. Just think about making some healthy choices. Again, Scorpio season, you know, the summer, this whole COVID, US election, a lot of us at home, right? So maybe our choices, our eating choices haven't been the best, right? Maybe it's not so convenient. Maybe we're just getting tired of the same old thing. So maybe at the beginning of the week, we're here to the message here is, okay, let's get on another course. Let's make some different choices that really energizes our cells, because we know if our body is energized, we know if our physical being is feeling good, then everything else feels good too, right? Okay, Wednesday, Thursday. Ooh, pause. I'm getting the storyline here, folks. If you're feeling unsure about a decision, there's probably a good reason. Take your time and think it through. There's no need to rush. Allow your heart's wisdom to guide you. If you feel pressure to act immediately, it's probably a sign that this isn't the right opportunity. Don't worry, because more opportunities will come along, and the right ones will fit like a gorgeous glove. So Wednesday, Thursday, here you go, Instagram, pause, and YouTube, pause. Sorry, I get very close to Instagram when I do this. Middle of the week, whatever it is, know that you've got time. You can always tell someone or ask someone, hey, I just need a minute to think this through, right? Give me a moment to get back to you. That is a very okay thing to do. In fact, it's really good setting boundaries, right? Really good self-care. And remember that when we take a pause, breathe in there instead of pause and hold your breath. Insert a breath in the pause, and that usually can sort of take that intensity, take that anxiety, and diffuse that. So midweek, if you got something coming up, not feeling so great about, or maybe it's, you know, there's a little bell going off, take the minute. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, slow down. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive thing in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do lists. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait, slow down now. So maybe after a big meal, you have no choice but to slow down. I don't know. But I think it is important where it says at in the beginning of the day, in the morning, our mind is most open. So I don't know how many of you start the day with, setting your intentions for the day, what it is you would like your day to bring forth for you. But that's a really good time of day to do that. Giving thanks, of course, at the end of the day or in the morning. But having a gratitude practice is a really nice thing to just keeping you centered, keeping you present, right? And not letting your mind run away with things. So let's see what our bonus card was. Believe. Ooh, you know what? I saw this right when I opened the box. This was at the top. And I think we had this card just a couple of weeks ago. Probably was like 2 months ago, but it seems like 2 weeks ago. There's magic all around you. Open up to the wonders of the universe. Notice the connections and synchronicities. Huge. Follow your feelings and believe with all your heart. We successfully manifest our dreams when our feelings are in alignment with our plans. From that sacred union, the right ideas take shape, the best relationships blossom, and the stuff that's meant to be easily falls into place. Everything is possible. Oh, let me show you. Believe. Love, love the unicorn. Okay, so let's talk about the cards for the week. The beginning of the week, nourish yourself. So this is sort of a saying, let's do a restart. Let's sort of get back on track because there's a lot to do for the rest of this year and going into the year coming up. We also have an eclipse coming up. We'll have the winter solstice coming up. So a lot. So let's come from a really good, well-fed, well-nourished, balanced place. In the middle of the week, pause. Remember, take your time, be thoughtful, step back when you need to step back, especially if perhaps this is Wednesday, Thursday. So perhaps if you're celebrating with family, there may be a lot of intensity somewhere, right? Whether you're doing it on Zoom, Instagram, however you're doing it, or live, take your breath. That may be important. The end of the week is saying slow down. So we took the pause. We're thinking things through. So let's take that time and integrate into that new path we're on that we started at the beginning of the week of nourishing yourself. Let's integrate that pause and that slow down in there so that we really can be here, right now, in this present moment, all of the time. And believe that is for your greater good. Believe that is a place where anything can happen, but when we want things to happen, we have to be present for them. So if we are off someplace else in our head, if we're imagining, if we're telling ourselves stories, if we're still getting caught up in all of the blah, 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 blah that's out there, it's going to be very hard for us to bring about and manifest what we want, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, where your energy flows, where your attention goes. So be mindful of that. I think that's really the message this week. So those are our cards for this week. And I will repeat them at the end. But now, for those of you who may be new joining in, thank you everybody for joining in. I will pull a card if you have a question, or if you just want a card for your own general guidance. I am happy to pull cards. So if you are on Instagram, you can stick it in the Q&A underneath. That would be helpful for me. And if you're on YouTube, you can put it in the chat. And all right, so I've got a request for a card here. And let me say this, if you are not subscribed to my newsletter, the link is in my bio on YouTube, and the link is down below in YouTube, and the link is in my bio on Instagram. This is what happens when I get too many things going. But yeah, join my newsletter and get the next one coming out. So Jen, I've got a card here for you. And then I see Johanna and Laurie. So let's start with Jen. So I have one of the new decks that I have that I've been working on getting ready is Whispers of Lord Ganesha. And I haven't used it in terms of a public reading yet. So Adrienne, I'll get to you next also. So Jen, are you okay using this? Let's see, like I said, I haven't used it for a public reading. So let's see if we can get a general card for Jen. Whispers of Lord Ganesha. So exciting. Harmony. Look at that card. Look at that card, everyone. Harmony. This is a really beautiful deck. So Jen, for your week ahead, you know, we're talking about nourish, we're talking about pause, slow down, believe, and harmony, I think, is just a really nice support underneath that, right? So that you're staying in harmony with yourself, with your, you know, your upper mind, your lower thinking, all of that's in harmony. One's not running the show, right? Your ego's not running, your way off in your spirit realm isn't running, but everything is in harmony. And when we have that in harmony, again, that goes to that place of really being present right here, right now. Helps with your relationships. That pause can help with harmony. Oh, that's a nice, I'm really looking forward to using this deck. I think what I'll do is maybe put out an announcement that I'll do it like a free 3-card reading or something with that deck, because I really want to start using it more. Okay, we had the second, you're welcome. So I think the second one that I saw was Laurie looking for a new relationship with, okay, hold on, Instagram. I have to look up at the computer. It's too far away. With Isa, I don't know who that is, but let's get you a card. A new relationship. A new relationship. So I'm going to use Power of Surrender. Lord Ganesha would be good for new also. But I feel like a new relationship sounds like maybe something is starting over. So I'm going to use Power of Surrender, which is what can we release so that we can make the space for the new relationship, right? Let go so that it truly can start being new again, getting off on the right foot, a rebirth, which again comes out of Scorpio, by the way. Yeah, Laurie is over on YouTube, but Laurie, my Gracie in Florida, is saying hello. Okay, so let's get a card here for Laurie, a new relationship. What can she get? A new relationship. Okay, let's see what we got. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So for your new relationship, Instagram, this is the card. Again, Instagram, you do see it backwards. Surrender to receiving and support and love. So in terms of it being a new relationship, letting go of everything that was, letting go of any hurts, any misspoken words, any betrayals. If we really want to start something new, we really have to be prepared, right? We really have to be prepared to show up and say, no, really, I am committed to that something new, without bringing other stuff. And that can be a little tricky. So while you're doing this, while you're nurturing this new relationship, I would say keep the communication line open that comes from a place of real, true honesty. Because if it's a relationship that's meant to last and a relationship that has really good potential, then it can withstand the honesty. And with the honesty, we do that in a place of love, right? We do that in a place of support. And when we do that, it takes the pressure off, because it's when we're holding back that we're so, there's so much tension. And even though someone may not be fully aware of what's going on, they sure feel it. And so this also says simultaneously nurture you. So in a new relationship, this receiving support and love may be also an opportunity to strengthen that practice for you as well. Okay, I saw a request back here was from, I think the next one was from Johanna. What's next for me? General guidance. Okay. So let's see. Johanna, what's next for you? I'm going inner glow. So let's have a card here for Johanna for what is next. Happy, joyous, and free. Look at that. Happy, joyous, and free, you two. Johanna, you just had a birthday, right? If I remember correctly. So what's next for you? Happy, joyous, and free. I mean, we know that all of us can embrace happy, joy, a feeling of happy, joyous, and being free at any time. That's our choice, right? Maybe we have to work through some things. Maybe we have to do some healing. Maybe we have to work on some growth, some learning. But the process itself, we can also bring in feelings of happy, joyous, and free into that as well. I just saw another request. So card for renourishing the soul. Yeah. So I think that coming with this believe, happy, joyous, and free, this nourish yourself, happy, joyous, and free, even this card that said nurturing you, happy, joyous, and free, it's a choice. It's a place we can be. Does it mean that we wake up in the morning and every day everything is so perfect and we have no challenges? Yeah, there probably are some days like that, but maybe there are days that aren't going to be like that. But how we go about it, how we choose to experience it is our choice. Okay, so I came back here to Alice. I know you had, did you have a question, Alice? Yes, a card on keeping the faith, please. Yes, and then I'm coming back to Instagram and then back to Stacy. Okay, so for Alice, a card on keeping the faith. You're welcome, Johanna, or Joe. I've heard both. A card on keeping the faith. I am going with Keepers of the Light. So if we can have a card for Joe. For Alice, 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 for keeping the faith. Call for Alice, for keeping the faith. Okay, for Alice. Keeping the faith. No, I think I'm going to go to Sacred Destiny. Little Bodhi is starting his snoring. Okay, security. So here we are up on YouTube, security, and Instagram, security. So keeping the faith. So having faith in yourself to get through whatever it is you need to get through, having faith in yourself to read situations accurately and openly and with an open mind and an open heart helps keep the faith in everything else that you're doing. And we can do that when we feel that we have security, when we feel that we are in a safe space, right? And so how to keep the faith, I would say, maybe focus on connecting with the folks around you that really support you and where you really do feel safe. And I don't mean just connecting, I mean, of course, just connecting, saying hello, but I mean on a little bit more of a vulnerable level, and really feeling that reception from them, and feeling that you really can show up authentically and fully, right? That will help you feel very secure. And when you're in that space, having faith comes a little bit easier. It's when we don't feel safe or secure, or we don't feel grounded, that it's very hard to keep faith, right? So have faith in yourself, and which I think is probably an easy thing to say, but maybe developing that real practice of really having faith in oneself. We have to go back to finding our place of security. Okay, so over here, I had Adrian had a question over here. I'm going to try to find it on Instagram. What's next for me in advancing my own tarot, advancing my own practice with tarot? What's next for me in advancing my own practice with tarot? Adrian. Okay, what's next for me in advancing my own practice with tarot? So I'm going to go to Angel Tarot. Yeah, finding that inner strength and grounding. But I think this card is also saying we can do a lot of inner work. We have to do our inner work. No one else can do that for us. But go outside of that. I think that's what that's saying. Go outside of that a little bit. There's something else out there. Okay, Adrian, what's next for Adrian in advancing his own practice with tarot? Adrian, I hope you're still on Instagram, because this is a really good card. It's Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. I mean, Ace of Fire, for those of you who, here you go on YouTube, Ace of Fire. So this is our spark of passion. This is where we start. This is our related to the Magician, our creativity, our passion, our actions, you know, our just moving everything through. So if you're wondering what's next on your path of your tarot practice, it's go for it. Just keep going. And given that it's the ace, it is the root spark, which is to say you can take it in any direction you want. So there is no set direction here. Where do you want it to go? Where can you imagine it going? And go for it. Follow that, chase it. Really nice card. Okay, coming back to YouTube. A card for renourishing the soul, please. A card for renourishing the soul, please. So Stacy, I think you were on, and I could be wrong, after the beginning of the weekly reading, and the weekly reading started out Monday and Tuesday. Nourish yourself. But let's get for renourishing the soul. Where do we need to go for Stacy for renourishing the soul? You know where we need to go? We need to go to Sacred Traveler. That's where we need to go. Yeah, let's get to Sacred Traveler here for Stacy. With an accident. Let's get these cards. I've got a card here. That's not a jumping card. That's poor shuffling. I've got a card for Stacy. Okay. You joined at the tail end. Okay. So for renourishing your soul, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So here you go. And here it is for Instagram. So renourish the soul, infinite abundance. Oftentimes when we think of nourishment, we do think of healthy food choices, right? But we nourish ourselves in many ways. So this abundance is also very much about material, right? Physical abundance. But it's, you know, abundance is pouring into your life. So I go back to, gosh, these cards all connect. They all connect because we have harmony, Lord Ganesha. Then we have surrender to receiving support and love. Then we have happy, joyous, and free. Then security, and Ace of Fire, and now abundance. So that this all is saying, bring everything together. That our lives, as much as we think our lives work siloed, I have this to deal with, then I have this to deal with, then I have this to deal with. And sometimes that is how we have to work, because otherwise it's too much and we cannot do everything at once. We have to do the one thing at a time, right? But the abundance and the harmony and the security and the support and love and the nourishing and the slow down and the infinite abundance, to me, is bringing all of those things together, because they're all overlapping. They're all woven, right? So I have like 15 thoughts going through my head right now. In terms of renourishing, it's like Laurie was asking about a new relationship, right? So this is sort of like coming back to a new relationship with yourself, and knowing that everything is possible. Anything that you want is possible. You have it. This is saying infinite abundance. This is saying believe. And but you have to come from a place of security, right? And harmony with all parts of everything, bringing everything into harmony. Does it mean that some things aren't going to be moved out? No, of course, they will be. But the idea is to bring everything in, look at everything that's there, look at all the support, the love, the gifts, the things that you want to call into your life, and do that and let that re-nourish you. All of those things may seem exhausting also, like, oh, I've got school, I've got work, I've got family, I've got to try to keep myself. That's a lot, right? I get it. But it is part of you. So instead of sort of, I got this, 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 and this, maybe it's, I've got this, and this keeps being nourished by infinite abundance and good choices, and then things just move out of that as they need to move, because maybe siloed is too exhausting. I think that's what I'm getting. Siloed is too draining, that there has to be a harmony. Okay, that's what I had. All right. Did I miss any requests for cards or questions? I think I hit everything on Instagram. Did I hit everything on YouTube? I think I did. Okay. All right, so I think I got everyone. I will say this, if you enjoyed this reading or any of my videos, if you would hit the thumbs up button or comment or share it with a friend, I'd appreciate that. That helps people find me. Please subscribe to my newsletter if you're not on there yet. And let me just quickly summarize the week. We start the week with nourish yourself. So important to start the week making really good choices. Good choices, choices from self-care, self-love, things that are really going to feed your soul, not only feed your belly, super important to make good choices, but feed your soul. And then as we come to Wednesday, Thursday, we have pause. So whatever it is that shows up in front of you, remember that you have a choice to slow down. Remember that you have a choice to say, I need a moment, and take a breath. Really take a breath. That is supported Friday, Saturday, Sunday with slow down. So that is the message here. Slow down. Okay. And then at the end of the week, we have sort of a bonus wrapping everything up, which was the belief card, which is to say, you know, we can bring anything to light that we want, but we have to slow down. We have to be well nourished. We have to take that pause so that what we believe is clear, what it is we want to bring about, that infinite abundance is clear, and we can only do that when we have taken that time to slow down, step back, and really, you know, nourish self. So that's what I've got. I thank everybody for joining. If you are in the US and you celebrate Thanksgiving, I wish you a wonderful celebration. Everybody, I know we have people from different countries on here, which makes me so happy. Different time zones. So thank you for joining in. And everyone, please, you know, be safe, take great precautions where needed. And may we find ourselves coming out on the other side of this sometime soon. So big love to all of you. See you next time. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Ciao. I have to end my videos here. All right. Sorry, everybody. Bye.